Hey everybody! How's it going? I need to test something or check something real quick. That's better. Okay. How's everybody doing? Can you hear me okay? I see we've got comments already, and yeah, Deep Live, I will be doing trailer requests after I do the 3 that I have planned. I'm leaving some time at the end to do some live requests for whoever is on. Hemnath ready. Hello. I'm sorry for the person that said yup, but I cannot read that. I don't know what your name is. Payush, hello to you too. So I was thinking about doing this yesterday, that I would do a live trailer reaction, because I've done that before. And it was a great way of getting a bunch of reactions done. Plus, I get to talk to you guys and hang out. But I wasn't able to do it yesterday. And I had some other things going on earlier today. Because my original plan was to do it at like 1 p.m. my time, which was like 9 hours ago. But couldn't do it. So I'm doing it now. Yay, finally. But in the meantime, D23 had released a bunch of stuff that I wanted to look at, just 2 of them that I was interested in. And we'll see what those are. But Mahinder, hello. Thank you guys for sticking around and watching. Pulley? Sai said hello. AJ, hi. Christ Anil, hi. I love your reaction. Well, thank you very much. I appreciate that. So this first one I'm going to do is from D23, which for those of you that don't know is the Disney convention. They have so many properties now with Marvel and Star Wars and Disney and Pixar and blah blah blah, that they created their own convention outside of Comic-Con called D23, and it happens like a week or 2 before Comic-Con. But it only happens like once every 2 years or something like that. And today they released first teaser trailer for A Wrinkle in Time, which was a massive book series. So I don't know how they're going to do it as a movie. I don't know about that. Hemath, yes, I will be doing Lie's teaser. I'm doing that as the 3rd one on my planned. So I'm doing A Wrinkle in Time here in a minute, and then Star Wars The Last Jedi behind the scenes that came from D23, and then I will be doing the Lie teaser, because I've been getting a lot of requests for that, and I figured I might as well fit it in here. AJG, yes, I recognize your name from a long time ago. Can I do TV show reviews? What shows do you watch? Well, I've been doing a TV show reaction review series for Young Justice with my friend Matt from Red Fist Productions. But it's not something I really have the time to do on a regular basis. Like, I barely have time to do that one. And we try and film, like tomorrow, I think we're filming like 4 episodes in a row. So, I do some TV show reviews, but I have a hard time just keeping up with the movie reviews. If I had more time, I would try and do more of them. A lot of the TV show reviews I end up doing are ones that I just watch on my own time. But that's about it. Oh, you know what D23 is? Yeah, Disney is becoming bigger than Comic-Con, because all of the major players that went to Comic-Con were from Disney or Marvel or Star Wars. You know, once Disney bought up Pixar, Marvel, and Star Wars, that was like half of their content at Comic-Con. Shishir Singh, hi man. AJ, I can't react to songs because songs give copyright issues, and I'm gonna be doing trailers. So if you have trailers, after I do these 3, I will take requests for trailers, and it doesn't matter when it was made. I'll do it, but I'm not going to do clips from the movie or songs because I get way too many requests for those, and songs create copyright issues. Very bad copyright issues. Sai, hello! Alright, so this Wrinkle in Time, the book series is massive. I have not read them. It's very intimidating if you look at them. Each book's like this thick, and there's like 13 of them. A friend of mine reads them almost every year. I don't know how he can get through them that fast, but from what I've heard from him, the story is just insanely huge. I don't know how they're going to do a movie for it. But I also don't have a frame of reference because I didn't read the book. So I'm not sure what they'll have. I know Oprah Winfrey is in it because I saw a picture of her. So let's take a look at this, A Wrinkle in Time, and we'll see what they got for us, and maybe we'll go back if there's something this short. I wonder if they'll have a lot of visuals, especially since it was released at D23. I don't know, let's see.
What if we are here for a reason? What if we are a part of something truly divine? Imagine 91 billion light years traveled like that.
Oh, Chris Pine.
Your father has accomplished something extraordinary, also dangerous.
I'm looking for something.
He's trapped by a darkness that's actively spreading throughout the universe.
Oh, I like the look of that.
The only one who can stop it.
Oprah's voice is great.
You be a warrior. I'll try.
Dreams are made of things to disagree. I like that song from the Eurythmics.
Every step of the way.
Huh.
Just nothing.
That's creepy. Huh. Zach Galifianakis.
The only thing faster than light
That, whoa, I like that.
is the darkness.
Boom, 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 boom. Yeah, I may just like that song too much. But, so, this part right here. Ah, come on. Look at that. That is a great looking... Now, it's blue screen. It's obvious blue screen. I mean, well, the foreground is landscape. So, that first hill, probably the lake and the grass she's running on, that's all real. And then the sky and the background with that land going up like this, that's all green screen or cropped in later. It looks really cool though. It gives an interesting aesthetic, like the land is being torn up or something like that. Reese Witherspoon looks weird. I don't know. With red hair. I guess I'm just used to seeing her blonde or brown. But, cause, like, her eyebrows are kind of brown. Or is that red? Anyway. The color palette for this looks interesting. I like the minimalist shots. You have things like this where it's just a wide shot with 3 characters pretty far back. They also used that with the houses, the creepy houses. Where's the creepy houses? That was a cool shot. Ah, yeah. This is a minimalist shot too. You only have the houses and the people in their front and then the moon, but you don't see anything behind them. It's meant to be off-putting, where all you see is what's immediately in front of that fence. So you don't see any other buildings or any other part of a city. It's almost like it's a painted backdrop, kind of like the Truman Show or something like that. But for people that aren't looking for it, it has like a subconscious uneasy feel to it. I don't know. I mean, this teaser looks interesting. I would want to see what they do with it. I haven't seen Oprah Winfrey in a movie in a long time. She's got a great voice. But like, my big concern would be, are they going to do justice to the novels? Like, are the fans of the books going to be really pissed off on how much they change? Because they've got to change, I'm sure, quite a bit to be able to fit it into a movie. Maybe they're trying to fit maybe the first half of the first book or something. Because all of the books are over 1,000+ pages. It's crazy. And Hayush, that was a really nice shot. Yeah, it is. A lot of this though looks green screen, so there's gonna be a lot of things in here, you know, that are CGI or blue screen elements. I would hope that they use, so some of these look like they are done with landscape, or at least partial landscape. Like this looks like it's a set. And that's what I would want. I would want a lot of set pieces, and then you use your blue screen only if you have to. Like for War for the Planet of the Apes that I just reviewed. Great movie. They used huge sets, so most of the outside shots were practical. It was really just the apes that were CGI and some other elements, but for the most part, everything else was practical, and it makes it look more real. So I hope they don't use as much blue screen sets like I think they might. It could take away, unless they're going for that look. They could be going for that look. Please repeat the name of the novel. It's A Wrinkle in Time. The novel series was... I'm trying to remember the name of the guy, the author. Madeline Engel. So they're not 1,000. Sorry, they're not 1,000 pages, but there are 4 books, so maybe they'll fit them all in there. I don't know how. I don't know. It's always hard to do from novel to film and please the people that love the novels. So we'll see. We'll see what they do with it. I trust that Disney will do pretty good. They tend to, especially with like fables and children's novels and things like that. So epic scale science fiction, I guess they will use even more green screen if they make the next part. You think? They might. I still hope that they use more sets than CGI, but they may need to. I just don't want them to do what they did with like the Star Wars prequels, where they were using blue screen when they didn't need to. They could have had a practical set for it. So just use a practical set as much as you can, and then use CG and blue screen for elements that you can't do practically. Like in Bahubali 2. They had some really large practical sets, and then they used blue screen for the extra stuff. So it looks better. What should Trump do about North Korea? Well, we need to pressure China, is really what we need to do. And I think China is getting pretty pissed off at North Korea. So we'll see what they do about it. But we got to kind of follow China's flow with that. And if he starts launching more stuff, we'll take him out. Not him, but the missiles. We have a lot of stuff over there that can easily take the missiles out of the sky. So I'm not too worried about that part. Hey, Spartan. How's it going? But I don't really want to get into political questions. I want to keep this a fun thing. If you want to talk political stuff, go ahead and chat with me on my social media stuff. But I kind of like this Wrinkle in Time teaser. I think it looks interesting. I would want more. Obviously, I would want more. I think it comes out next year. I don't know if it's next summer or maybe Christmas. I'm not sure. I need to look that up. McGregor or Mayweather? Well, I think Mayweather is going to win, but I want McGregor to win. I'm not a fan of Mayweather. Like, I wanted Pacquiao to take him out, but he was near the end of his career. McGregor would beat Mayweather if it was an MMA fight, but a boxing match, I don't know. I don't think he can pull it off, but I want him to, and I'm gonna watch the fight because I want McGregor to win. But I'm prepared for disappointment. What's my favorite Indian movie? Well, I really liked Fan. I did. I liked Fan and My Name is Khan. Those two I saw last year. I really liked those, and the two Bahubali movies. Lonzo Ball, Rookie of the Year or Bust. I don't really follow that sport, so I'm not really sure who you're talking about. Have I seen the new Tick trailer on Amazon? Yeah, I was gonna do a reaction video for it, but then I saw it somewhere, most of it, like it auto-played on Facebook or something like that. And I was like, well, it looked okay. I was a fan of the cartoon. I loved the animated show a lot. And I thought the live-action show that they did was okay before. I don't know about this one, but I might give it a try. I'm just not going to pay for Amazon for it. Sanjeev, hi. Steven, did you regret buying the Mayweather-Pacquiao fight? Actually, I didn't pay for it as in paying HBO like $60 for it. I went and saw it at a movie theater, and I think it was like $25 to go and see it at the movie theater because they did a live stream thing. And yes and no. I mean, it was less than the HBO package, and I did have fun there. I mean, there were a lot of other matches that were going on. It was like a 3 or 4 hour event, but everybody in the theater was going for Mayweather, so I kind of felt out of place. But oh well. Spartan, I love the Planet of the Apes VFX and CGI. It looks like real apes. It does, except for their genitalia is missing. But if it's PG-13, you can't really have genitalia flapping around. But it did. The facial stuff for the CGI and the hair, it looked great. It looked awesome, especially the way they did their, how the motion capture, how they translated the Andy Serkis and Steve Zahn and all them, how they translated the pinpoints on their face and their performance onto the CGI face. It looked amazing. Some of those things that you watch that show the raw footage of them in the motion capture suit and the CGI face, at the same time, it's creepy. It's awesome. Knowledge Q. Hello. Steven, how was the crowd in the theater, and was the theater mostly black since they were cheering for Mayweather? No. Not that I've noticed. But I wasn't really looking around. I was paying attention to the movie, or the fight. React to more Malayalam movies. I react to requests and things that are relevant, plus, and current, and time. Those are my 3 things. So if I get requests for something, it's a current or coming movie trailer, and I have the time to do it, that's when I do it. Sometimes when you see me fall behind and I run out of time, whether it be for work and other stuff, you see me do like I did a few days ago, where I do like a whole bunch of reactions at once and just try and catch up. And even then I didn't catch up. So I thought doing a live stream would help me knock some out all at once, instead of spending the extra time editing everything into individual videos, which I might do later after the live stream comes out. But at least with the live stream, you guys can see me react to things live, so you know I'm not faking it. I've heard a lot of people that fake reaction videos, which I don't know why you would fake them. I mean, how hard is it to watch a video and react to not seeing it? The hard part, I guess, would be, can you review it after you've seen it only once? That would be the hard part. But I don't seem to have a problem with that. Would the apes break the horse's back in reality, so it's a movie flaw? It depends on the horse. But there is one scene where they meet Bad Ape, and Steve Zahn's character. He steals a horse, and they follow him, and that's how they meet Bad Ape. But when he steals the horse, in the background you can see the large ape, the silverback gorilla, grabbing the hand of the other ape that was around Caesar's size, and putting him on the back. That horse would not be able to hold both of them. That horse would be dead. So yeah, it's a small flaw, but you know, it's a fantasy. It's about talking apes, so it's a science fiction movie. I'll let things like that slide because it's a small thing. Do you like where the Star Wars movies are headed? Well, we don't really know where the Star Wars movies are headed. So, with The Force Awakens, I'm going to click out of this. So when The Force Awakens came out, J.J. Abrams needed to restore the faith of the old fans that hated the prequels, but keep the fans that grew up with the prequels and loved them, continue the canon, and kind of reestablish the world. Since the last trilogy to come out were the prequels that came out after the originals, and this is a sequel to the originals, you kind of have to recap, and that's why I think they redid the idea of the Death Star. It was a common theme. It kind of makes sense for the Sith, because even in the original trilogy they did this. If something doesn't work, you make it bigger. So when the first Death Star got blown up in A New Hope, they built a bigger one, which got blown up in Return of the Jedi. And so this one is a natural progression to a much bigger one, which is a planet. But you can't get much bigger than that. Hopefully they'll move on to something else. I have faith that they will. I think they're going to go in another direction. It was more of, this movie was going to be kind of a safe movie, introduce new characters, introduce you to a new world, and then they'll take it from there. I think what they're going to do with The Last Jedi is Luke Skywalker is going to end up ending the Jedi religion, to where he would be the last Jedi. I think when he went to the original Jedi temple, and you saw in the trailer where it was the balance of the Force. She was looking at the book, which there are no books in Star Wars. So for them to find an ancient book, that's pretty heavy. I think it means that he's going to be studying more like a gray Jedi, which would be a balanced, ideal, or a neutral Force user. That's what I think. Kind of what I'm hoping. Sorry, I may have missed some of these comments. It's going up pretty fast. Where are you from and what time is it there? Knowledge Q. It is 10:25 p.m. I'm in Colorado in the United States. DJ, hello. Where did I get the Bahubali 2 poster? That was hard to get. So there's no place in the United States that sells posters for Bahubali 2. At the time, I went on Amazon. No one there had it. I had to go to eBay, and I found a guy in India that was printing them and mailing them out. So it was the only place I could find it, really. So this guy in India printed it and mailed it to me. That's where I got it. But there was no place in the US where I could buy it. I tried to get it from the movie theater when it came out, but I couldn't. I wasn't able to get one. DJ says, give me a shout out. I'm new on YouTube. Check my channel. Go ahead and link your channel in the description below and have people check it out. I'm not going to look at it right now because I'm doing other things on my live stream, but feel free to link your channel below. I'll make sure that it's not flagged, and everybody go check it out. He'll have a link down there for you. DJ, I'm going to slaughter your name and I'm really sorry. Bardwaj, Bhardwaj. Knowledge, do some exercises, Koricon. You are obese, and it's not healthy. Actually, I used to weigh over 500 pounds, and I had a gastric bypass. My knees got hyperextended from being that big for as long as I was. So I'm actually about 200 pounds less than I used to be. So I am healthier. I'm just not what people would consider skinny, and I never can be. I'm 6'2". I have 220 pounds of muscle, and I should weigh 300, but I'm around 350 right now because I sit a lot. Spartan, the Planet of the Apes is the biggest box office collection in my city. It's bigger than Transformers last night. Really? What city are you in? Because I think it's estimated to get like 70 million this weekend, which isn't, it's a lot, but it's not like Spider-Man and Wonder Woman money. James Johnson, if you could only see one, what would you choose? Avengers Infinity War or Star Wars 8 The Last Jedi? Probably Star Wars 8 The Last Jedi. I like the Marvel movies a lot, but I think I like my Star Wars more because I grew up with it. I mean, it's been around my entire life. The Avengers and comic book things, I was into comic books when I was younger, but comic book movies didn't really become a thing until the past 15 years, really. What's my lie teaser reaction? That's coming a little later. Area. Geez, Knowledge Q. That's quite rude. I don't mind. People ask me about my weight all the time. I'm just not skinny. I'm a big dude. I'm always going to be a big dude. Some people like to point that out, which has happened my entire life. I'm used to it. It's not a big deal. Don't worry about it. Besides, I don't mind answering questions about it because I had a gastric bypass. So some people really want to know about that surgery and how it worked and what led up to it and all that jazz. So I'm very open. Thanks, bro. I watch all your videos. You're awesome. Thank you, DJ. I appreciate it. Knowledge Q, don't worry about it. You're good. James, congrats on weight loss. Thank you. It's still, my back doesn't hurt anymore, which is a great thing, because my lower back used to get pulled into my body from weighing over 500 to where I couldn't really walk more than 100 feet, and my lower back would be hurting so bad. And I was delivering pizza at the time, so I was in constant back pain. Now it's just my knees, because they got hyperextended, so they actually go backwards a little bit. And if I'm standing or walking for an extended period of time, then my knees hurt. But I'm getting knee braces so that I can walk longer distances. Knowledge Q, you didn't say anything rude. It's fine. It's not like you called me a fat ass and said I was ugly as shit or anything like that. You just asked about my weight. It was the way you worded it was more out of concern than hate. So I'm not worried about it. You're good. Real talk. Spider is the most awaited Telugu movie. Please watch in theaters with the fans. Spider looks interesting. All we really got though was that teaser. But if I can, I want to. James, do you watch Boogie 2988? Yes. Actually, I've been watching him for a couple of years. And I've been following his gastric bypass journey this year. I've even, I've messaged him a few times about it, but he's, over 4 million subscribers, and I don't think he's going to see my comment or my email or anything. So, but I understand what he's going through, except his surgery was a lot safer than mine. His surgery, present day, they do an orthoscopic. It's like 3 holes. It's almost an in and out procedure. You're not really in the hospital that long. The one I had, it was the full cut, so it went from the middle all the way down, and they had to move everything out of the way to get to it, and I had 38 staples down the front, so it was like a huge major surgery, and the chances of dying were a lot greater than they are now. So he's a lot safer. I think he'll be just fine. It's more of just how to deal with it after the fact, because gastric bypass, that's very painful and sucks to go through, but really it's your entire life changes after the fact, because you can't eat very much. I end up like doing small snacks throughout the day just to get enough calories, and you get full off of really not very much. So it's hard to get all of your vitamins just because you can't consume enough food to get it all. And then if you eat crap food, you're not getting anything. Which I still do, and I shouldn't. But that's part of the reason why I'm 350 and not 300. Please react to the Belfica song. So I'm not going to, I had mentioned this earlier, but I'm not going to do any reactions to songs or clips from movies, just because I get way too many requests for clips of movies, and it's impossible to do them all. And songs give me copyright issues, and I don't want to risk the blocks. But I am going to do requests for any trailers that you want me to see after I finish these next 2. Good morning, Siddharth. I hope I said that right. James, greatest of all time. Flair or Hogan? Neither. Andre the Giant. Andre the Giant. Greatest of all time. Okay, so let's... If I miss your question, please repeat it when I can see it again. But now we're going to check out this Star Wars Last Jedi behind the scenes. This came out at D23 today. So we'll pause that so I can make it big. We'll like it because I like everything. I think you should always give a like. So whenever I do a trailer reaction or see a video of any kind, unless it's like truly horrid, I always hit like. Help everybody. Alright, so let's see what this behind the scenes, I'm sure it's just going to have a lot of footage from behind the scenes. We'll probably see some stuff from Carrie Fisher, because her death is a huge loss. I wonder if they'll show much of Mark Hamill, though, because they might be trying to keep his storyline secret. So we'll see.
Everybody stop.
Oh, that was nice. So much to look at.
Episode 8. Gosh.
Yes.
The first one didn't even have a number.
Oh, that's nice.
Ryan has written a story that's unexpected but right. Some of the stuff that happens, people are like, oh my god.
Even though I think I know it all, they throw things at me story-wise I never could have imagined.
And even though
See, big sets. You gotta have big sets. As much practical as possible. Even if you use CG, use as much practical as possible.
Star Wars is so cool because there's all these creatures and all these amazing
Yay,
little
puppets.
pets. But all the characters are also so complex.
Ryan needs to work on his Mickey sounds. Ridiculous. New director, can't even just learn Wiki sounds.
I like him a lot. Finn is cool. I hope she gets more stuff instead of like 10 seconds.
Also with the characters that we know and love, we're seeing their lives change.
Oh, that was cool looking.
Opposite way to what the audience expected of the 7.
Oh, there's so much info in here. So he's fighting 2 people.
I'm hoping it'll be a little shocking, but I'm hoping it'll feel real and honest.
Oh.
It's our most ancient story of good against evil, told in the most fascinating way.
Oh, we're going back to that cantina type scene. Probably talk to Maz Kanata.
It's about family, and that's what's so powerful about it.
Miss you, Princess Leia. Instead of it's a trap. That's funny. You're silly. It's a wrap. Instead of him saying, it's a trap. There's a lot of visual information in here. I would really be interested. I like that red. Oh, so that... If you saw the trailer, in the trailer they had those ships with the... There's like a piece that hangs down that hits this red dirt as it skips across the red desert. For a shot like this to be that close to the ground, I'm wondering if they're in the trenches, because it looks like if you look in down here in the corner there's wires. I don't know if that's a part of the production or the set, but it may be like a trench warfare. So these might be shots from the point of view of people, foot soldiers on the ground while the ships are battling each other above them. And that red sand is one of the ships going by. That would be interesting to have kind of a ground battle. But if they do that, people are going to compare it to the Hoth sequence, which was more in the air than it was on the ground. But there were ground troops. I like that. Look at that. That's a poster. That looks cool. I love the Millennium Falcon with some fire going on. There's a lot of visual information in here. I would be curious to see some breakdowns. I know Nerdist is probably going to do one, and I wouldn't be surprised if the Jedi Council on Collider does one. Maybe even Screen Junkies will do one. I know Nerdist will do one. So I want to see, maybe tomorrow or the next day, I would check out the Nerdist channel and see if they do a breakdown of this. I'm sure they will. And they'll come up with a lot more information than I will, because they've got like a team of writers that are analyzing every frame. But you can see in this, you have a practical set. So you have a real explosion with tangible ships on a large set. So even if you have CG elements or some green screen, the part of the scene that you're going to be looking at is practical, and that always looks better. Always. So I'm interested. I want to see it. Carrie Fisher. So here he's fighting two guys. This guy over, I know these are just the stuntmen that he's training with, but doesn't this guy on the left kind of look like General Hux? You know, with the blonde hair and everything. Could be a stunt double. Maybe he fights General Hux? Maybe. I don't know. Finn's in jail. Well, at least we know Finn's awake and moving around. All we saw before was that he was still unconscious in the med bay. So we'll get some more stuff with Finn. That's interesting. Not really sure what that's supposed to be. These look like maybe probes or... I don't know. If you guys know what those are, let me know. See, that looks cool. That's a practical set as well. Now, the stars in the background, that's obviously green screen, but the rest of it looks like it's a real practical set that you could walk on, and it looks awesome. And I trust Rian Johnson. I think he's going to bring some fresh blood into the series. Yeah, I think he's going to write a unique story. And I think one of the things, because they were talking in this one about how there's going to be some things that surprise you or that you're not expecting. I think what they're talking about, my theory, is that the Jedi religion is going to go away and Luke is going to become a gray Jedi, which is like a neutral Force user. That's what I think. We'll see what happens, though. I don't know. Alright, let's see some of the comments. Brett. They're going hard on the practical effects in this one. I love it. Same here. I love CGI, but it needs to be used as a tool and not as the main focus. Where is my little cub? Oh, he's asleep over there. He's halfway on his... Well, actually, it's a dog bed. I got him a dog bed because he's a huge cat. But he's about halfway on that, passed out. Can you get my mail ID? Well, I have all of my social medias. You can contact me through... I'm on Facebook and Twitter a lot. Most people that contact me through messages contact me through the messenger on Facebook. Or just tagging me on tweets and things. And I try and respond as often as I can. Please check out one Nanokadine. I heard about that. I don't know why I heard about that. It's very familiar, but I can't place it. So the person with the name that I can't read because it's not in English, what can I call you? Because you say, I love this already. Well, thank you very much. I appreciate that. Harshith. Marathi teaser, Aayiram teaser review. Yeah, I'll be taking requests for other things after I do the Telugu live teaser, and then I'm going to take a quick break, and then when I come back we will do some requests. So I'll just react to whatever, which, if anything, you guys know that I don't fake my trailer reactions, because I'm going to react to things I don't even know I'm going to react to yet. Knowledge. I'm eagerly awaiting for Annabelle. It's releasing next month. What about you? Well, so the movies that they're based on were good. The last Annabelle movie, from what I remember, I didn't like it. But I don't remember much from it, and that's a bad sign. This one, though, goes back even farther. It's a prequel to the other Annabelle, and the trailers look pretty creepy, so I would be interested. I'm weary because the last one I didn't like. B.S. Sandeep, are you going to watch Dunkirk? The last best of the best in this season is yet to come. Dunkirk, yeah, I want to see that. Like, I'm a huge Nolan fan. I've been following Christopher Nolan since Memento. When I first saw that movie, it blew my mind. I thought that was an amazing movie. I love Memento. Ever since then, I've just been watching anything he does. And Dunkirk looks good. I like war movies too, so. Please check one Nanoko Kadeen. Okay, well, when I come back from the break, we'll do requests. And I'll let you know when I'll start taking requests. Name is Amit. Okay, thank you, Amit. That makes it a lot easier. Instead of naming, instead of me just calling you, and the guy with the name I can't read. Amit is a lot easier. It's a great Nanokadeen. Let me know if I'm pronouncing that right. It's a great thriller. Jabby did it. Oh, and then the rest of it went away. Could be why I know it. Oh. Okay, that might be why. I don't think I saw his reaction for it, though. I don't watch a lot of his reactions just because we do very similar reactions. And I don't want to watch something that I haven't reacted to before. And, I really only watch other reactors for the big ones, just to see what their reactions would be, or something that I would be curious to see. Like, I watched a few of the A Gentleman trailer reactions and some others like that, but I don't watch them religiously, other reactors, just because I don't have the time. I mean, I barely have enough time to make my own reactions, let alone watch theirs. But I do try and catch the big ones just to see how they're doing. And I like watching the side videos, like little vlogs or channel updates, like his recent video on Toma Puck. I really liked that one. I like the fact that he reached out to Toma Puck. That was really cool of him. I had talked to Toma Puck a month earlier, back in early May, but I didn't do a video about it. But I got a lot of the same information Jabby did about what Toma's working on. I told him if he needed, to test some things once he's ready, I would be more than willing to help out. So, but I don't think Toma's going to be coming back anytime soon. He's got other things that he's concentrating on, which is pretty cool. Nanokadi means I alone. It's a Mahesh Badu suspense thriller. Okay. Fan of Nolan, maybe everyone. Nolan's a good one. Can I react to the Voldemort trailer? I didn't know they had a Voldemort trailer. But I will take requests after I come back from the break. What are my expectations on Dunkirk, and tell me something you like about Christopher Nolan's style of filmmaking. He's my favorite in films. When it comes to fave in reactions, it's me. Woo! Dunkirk, I'm expecting a character-driven drama. The battle sequences are going to be very minimal. You're probably going to have some, because Tom Hardy plays the German fighter pilot, so I don't think he's going to talk. Whenever Nolan needs somebody to act with their eyes, he always gets Tom Hardy, which is why he got him for Bane. And you know, they met on Inception, when he was on Inception. But I think Dunkirk is going to be a character-driven drama, and I think people that are going in hoping for like a hardcore war movie are not going to be happy. But you got to realize most war movies are not about the battles. They're about the characters that are involved in that scenario. Just like War for the Planet of the Apes. You didn't get a lot of battles. It was mostly a drama about the characters that were in those situations. So I'm expecting that. One of the things I liked about Christopher Nolan's filming style, he reminds me a lot of Ridley Scott, in that he likes wide shots that pull in as much information of the surroundings as possible. And they're always beautifully, the cinematography is always beautiful. So I'm sure he works with the same cinematographers over and over again, just like Ridley Scott does, to keep that look the same. He does have slight of a green tint to a lot of his movies, which is not bad. I mean, it's a standard kind of sci-fi look, made really popular after The Matrix came out, but was still used before that. But Nolan is known for characters. Like him and his brother, they always write intriguing characters. So that's what I'm expecting out of it. Knowledge. Q. When are you coming to India? No idea. I can't afford to do it, so I guess when I can afford to do it and I'm able to get the time to go, then that's when it'll happen. I would love to go to India. It would be great. I really enjoyed the vlogs that Jabi Koay did when he went to India. That was awesome. But I don't have any immediate plans to go to India because I don't have the money and I haven't sat down and tried to plan it yet. Amit. They also announced Incredibles 2 at D23. Awesome. Yes. So if you go to Collider and also my friends at Late to the Party, there are some reactors. Late to the Party is a reactors channel that's in my Reactors League group that we all talk with each other as YouTubers. They became friends with Collider, and they're at D23 right now. So Late to the Party's got some great vlogs on the whole D23 thing, and they're going to all of the big panels. So is Collider. So they've got some really great videos. I haven't watched too many just because I've been working on this all day and getting some other stuff up. But I'm probably going to go back tomorrow and see some of their videos. I watched a couple of them. They're really good. Hermoth Reddy. Please tell Jai Power Star Pawan Kalayan. What do you want me to tell what? Tell who what? Knowledge Q. My name is Siva, not Knowledge Q. Well, that's what it says there. I'm from Kerala, which is in the southernmost state of India, Malayalam. Deep Live. What camera do you use? This camera is the Logitech Brio webcam. And then I'm using XSplit for the streaming and recording, and then I use Adobe's Premiere Pro and their suite for editing and post-production stuff. Other than that, I use... Oh, I don't have it here. But when I'm out doing my vlogs, if you've seen any of my vlogs, I use either my real cell phone, which is the Samsung S7 Active, but not a lot. I mostly use my old Samsung Note 4 because I can record in QHD, and I have extra batteries and extra memory for it, so I just use it as a camera. What's my favorite genre? Well, my go-to, like, if I just want to veg out and watch something, or so I need to have a lot of distraction when I do things. I don't like talking on the phone because I have to concentrate on one thing. It drives me crazy. So I have two monitors, two very big monitors, and I usually have a movie or a TV show or a radio station or something going on over here on this monitor with chat boxes for my groups that I'm in. And then on this side I will either be doing editing or looking stuff up, research, reading stuff on this monitor, and then, you know, looking at text messages and, you know, personal stuff on my phone, all at the same time. So when I want just something to play that I don't have to watch and pay attention to, I more just hear it and then I'll look over for cool scenes. It's going to be an action movie. That's my sit and veg out genre, is action. Action or sci-fi. Kashal Pandi Kalakandi. It's a movie. Siva, what TV series am I watching right now? For TV series as in shows that are coming out, it would be not very many. Adam Ruins Everything on the True Network. I watch that when it comes out every week. And John Oliver, Last Week Tonight. And American Ninja Warrior. I love that show, American Ninja Warrior. They're in that season right now. But that's all of the news shows that I'm watching right now. And then I'm doing the Young Justice reaction reviews that we're doing. Hermanth Reddy. I'm Hermanth from Andhra Pradesh, where Tollywood, which is the second largest movie industry in India after Bollywood, Bahubali made here, and we speak Telugu. Yes, I am aware of all of that. I learned that last year. So when I first started, it was from the first Bahubali. This was a year and a half ago. And if you watch that reaction, I say, so I got this reaction from a Bollywood movie. And then the comments are like, it's not Bollywood! And I'm like, okay. And that's how I learned there were a lot of film industries. And so that there's a lot of stuff that I've learned over the past year and a half about all the different film industries in India. It's very interesting, actually. Who is my favorite director? Well, see, that's kind of hard. Because some directors are really great at certain genres, and I would want to, if I watch a sci-fi movie, I want to see Ridley Scott or Christopher Nolan. If I'm watching a drama, I guess Christopher Nolan for drama. Or, you know, someone like Blomkamp for sci-fi, actually. Blomkamp is great with sci-fi. Who else do I like? Spielberg would be more of the kind of lighthearted. I like some. Recently hasn't had a lot of great stuff, though. But we'll see what he comes out with. He's got a couple of movies coming out right now. 2 of them being edited right now, I think. But my favorite director, I don't know if I have like a single one favorite director. I have directors that I really like and I follow, like Christopher Nolan and Ridley Scott. His brother Tony Scott, when he was alive, he did some great stuff. But I don't have one single favorite director that I follow. What about the Avengers Infinity War footage D23 Expo? From what I understand, the only footage from the Avengers Infinity War are bootlegs. Like their cam videos from the event. Disney hasn't released anything officially. And I'm not gonna react to cam footage. For one, you don't get the full experience of it, and two, if Disney didn't want it released and it's just for the expo, you know, I'll let them have that. I'll react to it when it comes out. I'm not really worried about the time scale. Hi Jerry, which Indian language movie do I like to watch? I've watched all of them. The language doesn't matter to me because all of them are subtitles, from my opinion, or from my point of view. Every Indian movie is subtitles. I don't understand any of the languages, so it doesn't matter to me what language it's in. It's all about the quality of the film. So if the film is good, I don't care where it's made. Siva, I'll message you on Facebook after this. Please reply. I'm coming to the U.S. next week. I'm coming to Florida. I'm not in Florida. I'm on almost the other side of the country. But if you ever drop in Colorado, we can sure have a meetup. But yeah, send me a message on Facebook. I should watch... Oh, Aria said I should watch Orphan Black. Right now it's in the 5th season. I've heard it was a good show. A lot of people talk a lot about it. They talk about it a lot. How did I get into watching Indian cinema? So, I started my YouTube channel in October of 2015. And in January of 2016, you know, I was very small. I probably had, I don't know, 200 subscribers or 300 subscribers. And someone asked me to do a reaction to Bahubali. And it was around that time when reactors were getting a lot of requests for the first Bahubali trailer. I was not aware of that. I just saw it, and you know, I don't really care where a movie is made, so I did the trailer reaction. I thought it looked really good. And then because the trailer looked good, I went and watched the movie. Me and my dad got it on Netflix or something, and I reviewed it. And because I reviewed the movie, I started getting a lot of attention because most of the reactors out there just reacted to the trailer because everyone else was, and I was the only one that actually reviewed the movie. And that was a year and a half ago. And then it just kind of snowballed. You know, I would get requests for another Indian trailer, and I would do that one, and I would also do the American movies that I wanted to do, and I really just went with the requests. You know, I got requests, and I went with that flow, and ended up building a nice group of people that I love interacting with, and I like the movies that I've seen. I loved learning about all the different film industries. It was very interesting. I didn't know about that before. It's a unique dynamic that we don't have in the United States. Do I like Manisha Babu and Prabhas? Yeah. I like them, sure. There's a thing in India where people are very passionate about their movie stars. Very, very passionate. And I understand it, but I don't have it. I don't have that about anybody. So I have actors and directors and maybe even some producers, people that do musical scores. I have people that I like and that I will kind of follow what they do, but I'm always critical of their stuff. Nobody that I like so much that I'm blinded by whatever they do. If they do a bad movie, I'll point it out. So I have actors that I enjoy watching, but it's not the make or break for a movie for me. It's more of like, well, that actor makes good decisions, so I'm gonna give this movie a little bit more attention than I would if he wasn't in it. That kind of thing. Like the new Venom movie. I was kind of tossing it to the side like Sony's gonna ruin it, which I still don't know if they're gonna ruin it. But Tom Hardy signed on. I like Tom Hardy. He picks good scripts. So I don't think he's gonna do a movie that has a bad script. Whether or not Sony will ruin it, I don't know. But it gave it a little bit more interest, in my opinion. But I'm not a huge fan of anyone specific. BS Sandeep, tell me something you know about Italian cinema. Nothing of current movies. I did like the spaghetti westerns, the 1970s, like the Clint Eastwood movies and stuff. You had a lot of Italian producers and directors that were getting into recreating U.S. westerns, and in the 80s it was the action movies like Conan and Red Sonja, a lot of the Arnold Schwarzenegger movies. Those were Italian producers. But all I really know of are the Italian movies that were American productions. They were really, well, more like Italian productions, but they were released in the U.S. Which Indian actor do I like the most? I don't have one that I like the most. It's really of just whether or not they do a good job in a specific movie. But there isn't an actor I go out of my way to go and watch. But that's the same for American actors. There's, if Shah Rukh Khan does a movie and it looks good, I will like it. If he does a movie and it looks bad, I won't like it. So, I think Shah Rukh Khan has done some great acting in My Name is Khan and Fan. I was impressed with that. I thought Race was okay. I did a review on that one, but I think he was stronger in those other movies. But I don't really have an actor that I go out of my way to follow for any Indian or American. I'm a reviewer. I have to be critical. I have to be neutral. I can't fanboy. Of course, there are times where I do fanboy. I mean, Star Wars is one of those things. What are my thoughts on Rajnikanth? The first look for his next movie, Kala, is out. Oh, I didn't know Kala was out. I like Rajnikanth. You have to understand the atmosphere of his fandom to really get the movies. If someone just comes in, has no idea who Rajnikanth is, doesn't know anything about his fandom, and just watches a movie, they may not understand it as well. So I think you have to understand the fandom behind it. But I think that's true with a lot of like masala type movies, is a lot of them are vehicles for the popular actor that they're in. So you have to understand the fandom that goes behind that actor for the movie to have significance. Who is my best Indian director? S.S. Rajamouli or B. Sukumar? I don't know. I mean, I haven't seen very much of either one of them. I mean, the S.S. Rajamouli movies I've seen are the Bahubalis. B. Sukumar, I'm not really sure which ones of his I've seen. So I haven't seen enough to really make an opinion on that. What is your opinion on the work of Leonardo DiCaprio and Martin Scorsese? Martin Scorsese is a good filmmaker. He has a couple of misses, but for the most part, his character-driven stories are awesome. And I like Leo. He likes to pick unique and weird scripts, and I like when actors do that instead of just staying with safe things. I like it when they branch out and do characters that are against, against type. So I'm kind of, Leo's about to work with Scorsese again on a new project. I can't remember what it was called. And then Scorsese is also working on that movie for Netflix that's bringing back all of his old actors together, Pacino and De Niro and what's his name? The other guy. I can't remember his name. Okay, so I need to do this one before my break, so let's do Lie. This is a Telugu movie teaser called Lie. Oops. $14 reels. I'll like this. Always like. Support your fellow YouTubers. Alright, let's see what Lie is about. No subtitles. I'll need help with translations. I like the way that looked. I don't like the music though. Love, intelligence, oh wow, I can't say that word. Okay, so I like the way that looks. I like outdoor shots. I like landscape. This is a gun range that should make for an interesting scene. Of course, he's doing the walk down to the, maybe he's going to look at what he shot, but it doesn't look like he shot anything. I don't know. Let's see. I like the texture of that. What I find interesting about this shot, and I know it's probably a small thing, but they did a deep focus so that the texture of the wall is in focus, but not his bloodied hand. I think that's an interesting choice. I think a lot of people would focus in on the bloodied hand, but if you're going to have a wall with that kind of a nice texture to it, I think it looks cool that you actually did a deep focus to highlight the texture of that wall, because you can still tell that the hand is bloody. This is since it's in black and white, that means it's probably a backflash, probably a serial killer, because he's putting a happy face on a glass. Maybe a bad guy villain of some kind. That's a cool shot. There's a lot of visual information in there because of all the mirrors. But you could tell he's probably a boss, maybe a mob boss or a drug lord of some kind. He's got the two ladies that are holding the robe and the towel. He's in the big extravagant bathtub. So he's probably our villain. I like all of the paintings. Cuts his throat. Some of the location shots look pretty good. Not really impressed with this last part though. I don't know. Not my kind of, I don't know. Like all he did was kick a guy off the train, and then it was, most of the time in this scene is just spent with some pretty bad electronica music, and then he's just standing there. I would want more. I would want more out of that. But I did like the horses. I think the horses are an interesting touch that they're going by in the background. That's unique. I wonder why there's horses there. I think that's what I'm more interested in, is wondering why there's so many horses. But other than that, I mean, we don't get too much out of this because it is a teaser. So my thinking is that there's going to be either a serial killer or the villain is a mob boss of some kind. That's a backflash. So he probably killed a family member or someone really important to our main hero, and the hero is trying to get either revenge or stopping the mob boss. And I have a feeling it's a Masala movie, but in the teaser all we really got is the action part. So what I'm assuming is, if it is a Masala film, and you guys might know if it is one already, then the next teaser will have the romantic setup storyline and some of the songs. But I didn't like the electronic music in this teaser. But there we go. What do you guys think? What do you think of this one? Let me know. Shariah and Lux both asking about Rajnikant's Robot 2.0. Yes, I'm kind of excited about it. I saw the first one, which that's the boss. Sorry, that's the boss. I reviewed Robot, the first one. I thought it was better than I expected, and interesting. I really liked that. So I'm curious to see what they do with the 2.0. But the Ajay's villain, or Akshay's, sorry, Akshay as the villain, I'm not sure how I feel about that poster. I need to see some footage, because the poster is, I don't know. I need to see a trailer. I really do. But the amount of money they're pumping into this movie is immense. So I have very high hopes. And the thing is, most people have really high hopes, just like they did with Bahubali 2. If they can't meet the expectations, then it's not going to do very well. So we'll see what they do when they bring us a trailer. But other than that, I don't know anything. Sai. Swadama, name of the mythological creature. Well, I couldn't read that. It went by too quick. Sorry, Sai. I'll try and go back and read that later. Harshith, hello. Mufti, yeah, we'll see if I do that when I get back from my break here in a bit. I'll start taking requests for other things. Do I know about Kamal Hassan? Tarun asked. No, I don't. Okay, I'm gonna take my break now. So I will be back in, give me like 10 minutes or so. I'll be back in a bit. got my coffee. Okay. So I'm not looking at the chat right now. This is what I want you to do. Find the exact name of the trailer you want me to react to, so that I can look it up easy and I'm not spending time trying to find one. So get me the exact title of the one, because you can't put links on the chat. So give me some exact title so that I can do an easy search, and I will count to 5 and then I will look, and the first one I see is the first one I'll do. Okay? Alright. So don't just give me a name of a movie. Give me the, you know, a good, easy to search title of the video you want me, the trailer you want me to react to. Okay? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. Yes, I see those names, but is that what I would search? There we go. All right. Vikram Vita, I did that one. I think I did. Yeah, I did that one for Why Not Studios, so go ahead and you can check out my reaction for that, Lux. But you can see what Lux wrote. That's the title of the trailer, so send me that. Harshith, send me the title of the trailer so that I can look it up. And I'm not just looking up every video that has to do with that. No worries, Lux, I did it a while ago. When did I do it? A couple of weeks ago, I think. So send me the title of the trailer you want me to react to. The full title. Kind of what like Lux just did. Here we go. Let's see. Shraya Gupta said... Iravukku, Aayiram, Kangal official teaser. This came out 1 month ago. Minute and 25 seconds. From Think Music India. I think I can do Think Music India. I don't think they're a part of my block list. I'll double check. So for those of you that are curious, this is how my setup looks. So I have folders for everything. And I have a copyright block list. Let's see. I don't think they're on there. Whacked out medias. Nope. Secondaries. Nope. Alright, cool. So hopefully they're safe. Get past the ad. Alright. So this one came out in June of this year. Okay. This is a Tamil action thriller directed by Mu.Maran. Okay. Let's see what this is. No subtitles. I really like that shot though. I love the rain. Oh, that's an interesting how they lit that. Okay. I like the music. It's got a nice thematic score to it. I like that a lot. The staircase was cool, blue shade. Oh, that was interesting how they filmed that. Huh. Okay. That was there any more? Is that it? Okay. So, first off, that is an awesome looking scene. The way that it's shot. You've got your key light is really coming from that upper right corner, which is I think it's supposed to be like moonlight, but that's really a bright key light. That's a stage light. And the headlights from the car. You have that nice deserted street, night shot with the rain. The water on the ground is giving some reflection for light, and that's where you're getting the majority of your shadows from. I like the way that looks. That was a cool looking shot. That's an older car. I wonder if it's going to be in a certain time period. Now this shot, I like the way this is lit. You can see that he's got a key light on the right side of him. So it's like almost like a street lamp is what it's supposed to show. So it's giving a lot of great shadows going towards the left, but you can still see everything that's going on, and it's lighting the right half of the rain. It looks cool. I like how some of it's edited in this trailer. Some interesting shots like that overhead. But there was one in here, there was a fight scene. Where was the fight scene? This one. So, was it this one? No. Later. There's this one. So, watch what the camera does with this fight sequence. So it's rotating around. Now they do multiple edits, which I'm not a huge fan of multiple edits. But if you watch, the camera is rotating while they're fighting, so it's easy to reacclimate with every edit. Like you can still, now they're doing the trailer flash, where it's like flashing to black, fading to black, and coming back really quick. They're not going to do that in the movie. At least I hope they don't. That's more of a trailer thing to heighten, to make it to the beat of the music. But I like the look of that rotating camera during the fight. It gives it a dynamic without it taking away. So you still get to see both people in frame. See, both people are in frame. They're throwing their punches. You can see who's hitting what. It's not a close-up of a punch and a close-up of one face. And the wide shot of him being thrown onto the table. That's how I think it should be filmed. That's great. Now I hope they have longer edits in the movie itself. But that was cool. I like it. I really like the music. I thought this editing thing here was interesting, where they had the blinking of the eyes and the gun to the sound of a cocking gun. That was cool. Ching ching kunk kunk. That's a cool little trailer trick. I mean, they didn't do that in the movie, obviously, but it's dynamic for the trailer. And rain. I love rain. There's something about rain that how it comes off on film. There's so many different ways to light it so that it looks cool, that whenever I see rain on screen, I get excited because I want to see what they're doing with it. And for a thriller, like this is a thriller, you have in the trailer, they're showing a lot of characters. They're all looking suspicious. So it's kind of, it might have a little bit of a whodunit aspect to the storyline. just because they have so many characters that look suspicious, but they're not outwardly saying this is a villain, this is a villain. So I think when you have a suspense thriller, you have something that has that kind of storyline of a whodunit or a mystery, having rain really builds on that ambiance. So I think it's a good use of rain. I don't want just rain for the just to have rain. But I don't know. What do you guys think? Comment below and let me know your thoughts. No, I'm just okay. Ugh, my eyes are going buggy. Alright, here's the next one I saw. From Lux.
This
Has
is what it feels
add.
like when your phone plan combines 3 networks to keep you.
Alright, first, sorry, I need to save. I need to save this information so I can put it in the description later. This is what I do with all of my videos. I copy the title and the link, and then I can put them in the description of all of my videos. So that's what you see in all of my videos, is the link to whatever it is that I'm reacting to. So I always highlight the title. So when you go back and watch this live stream later, it'll have all these links in there. So if you ever want to see whatever it was that I reacted to, you can always look in the description. Okay, Jill Jung Juk. I guess this came out last year, this time. Another Think music. Does this have subtitles? Yay, subtitles. Okay. Drone shot. No, that looks like a crane. Oh, it might be a drone. Blue hair. Huh. Uganda. I don't know. Oh, that was interesting. It's got a unique look to it. So no heroin. So some of the shots looked interesting, very stylized. It's a very stylized movie. It looks like they're going to have some humorous aspects with the characters. Not that they're slapsticky characters, but more of like they're humorous characters that bring levity to it. It's going to have a very popcorn action vibe to it. I like the cars. Those are pretty cool. That's a neat shot. A mirror shot. So I think it's going to be like a stylized action movie with some humorous character elements, but they're really going for a certain style. They want... It would be just a fun movie to watch. I don't think it would be like critically acclaiming or anything. Just a fun time. But what do you guys think? Okay. So, Deep Live. You said this one. Nene, Raju, Nene, Mantri. Get past the end.
Satisfying.
Okay. Save that. Always hit like. Always hit like. We have subtitles, that's good. Alright. Who was this from? Sharish Productions. I don't think they're on my blacklist. Oh, that's an interesting ear ring piece. Colors are vibrant. Oh, she died. That's a cool shot. I like those. He's got a menacing smile. So this is a vehicle for that actor. So that's a vehicle film. What I mean by vehicle film is that it's made for this actor in mind for his fan base. That's what a vehicle film is. So I'm assuming kind of a masala film. This is more of the action aspects of it, but I like that shot. Of course, I like that house. Where is that house? That's a cool looking house. Mansion, huge, complex building thing. There's a lot of visual stuff to pull in on that architecture of that. So I can see why they wanted to shoot it. But this one too, I like this wide shot. Look at that, you can see the whole city. This looks like it's an ancient structure, wall thing. Probably because of the holes in the side, this is probably where they were holding off the enemy. That's where they would fire their arrows, or through the slits. So this is like a battlement front ancient wall. But it looks cool. I like the way that's framed in there. You can see the city with the billboard right next to it. Kind of a interesting dynamic on that. Anyway, I just noticed that. I like the colors. Very vibrant. Looks like a real life. They probably filmed it saturated and increased the color very well. This guy though, where is he? He's a very menacing smile. I like it. I like his smile. Yeah. He's up to no good. But yeah, it looks like a fun vehicle movie for the fans of Rana. So get your popcorn, go to the theater, have some fun. When does this come out? This comes out sometime this year. Probably in the next month or two, I guess. So if you like Rana, you'll really love the movie. Other than that, we didn't get too much. We know that she dies. He's probably going to get revenge on him, maybe. And cops involved. So, yeah. I like some of those wide shots, though. Okay. Harshith, sorry. Ugam. How do I pronounce that? Ugram. Ugram trailer. From D Beats. Oh, I may not be able to play the audio on this one. Oh, they're not whacked out. Oh, yeah. Alright, so I can't play the audio for this, for you guys to hear it, because they might give me problems. But I'll do it with headphones. So let's copy this. And I'm sorry about that, but that's nothing I can do about it. If they're going to hand out strike possibilities, I'm not going to take the risk. But there will be a link for this one in the description when this comes out, so anybody that wants to watch it with sound can. I will have my headphones, so this is going to be a kind of weird reaction from your point of view. I'll be able to hear it just fine. But all you're going to hear is me talking. Alright, let's see. Oh. I don't have subtitles on this, so if there's talking, I won't know what they're saying. A raging battlefield. I like the rain. I like the music a lot. Very thematic score. I like that. Very intense thematic score. I would like to know what they're saying. If you have one with subtitles, I would like to see it. Okay, so the trailer, I don't know what the dialogue was, so they're probably giving some good story details in there that I can't pick up. But I really love the music. So if you guys haven't seen this one, listen to the music on this. Where is it? So some of these shots, they're very artistic in that. Like that's a hyperlapse of what's actually a day shot that's made to look like a night shot, I think. Some of these editing things where they make the blur to intensify him screaming. Interesting. Guy full of blood. I like some of these shots, some of the way that it's filmed. It's got a psychedelic feel to it, the trailer. A lot of people laughing maniacally. This kind of stuff looks really good. I don't know who the villain is quite. I think I would need the dialogue for that. Love my rain. Look at that. That's a beautifully shot rain. So a lot of intense characters that are against each other. But I don't know why. I didn't understand the dialogue. Everybody is looking extremely serious. I'm assuming he's the hero. One was brave. It's well shot, and I think the music is really good. That thematic score like sells the whole trailer. But I don't know what they're saying, so I would need help with that. Alright. Let's do one from... Whoa. Ugh, my eyes are going buggy. Alright, Guru, you'll need to send the title like the other people are doing so that I can look it up easy. So, Deep Live, FIDA, Theatrical Trailer. Came out 5 days ago.
Travel search with kayak. Kayak search.
Kayak. Alright. I don't... this might be on my block list also. Let us see. Not that. Nope. Okay. Cool. We'll give that one a try. Fingers crossed. When did this come out? 5 days ago? 5 days ago. No subtitles. So again, I may need help translation. Colors look a little bit saturated. I wonder if they're doing that on purpose for the tone. I guess it could just be the trailer. Yeah, they have scenes with vibrant colors, but The trailer looks a little saturated. I'm wondering if it's just this trailer, though. Because they have a lot of setups for bright, vibrant colors that you see in a lot of Indian films. Are really good with those really bright, vibrant colors. So it's more of a drama. I'm not going to know what they're saying, but I can assume. You know, they fall in love, they get married, maybe. Yep. Love, hate, love story. So, they have arguments. I mean, it's a romantic drama. So, I would wonder why, like, if you see some of these, if you look at this, it looks very saturated. I don't know if you can tell on my screen, but like that looks saturated. Like it's not as vibrant as a lot of other movies I've seen where the colors like are really pop out at you, especially for a movie like this, a romantic movie. You should have really eye-popping, vibrant colors. So I'm wondering if it's just this trailer, maybe even just this link on YouTube that I'm watching. I have a feeling that the actual movie will have very bright, vibrant colors to it, and then it would look a lot better. Like this scene especially. This should be popping out with really bright, the yellows and the reds and the oranges, the greens. All of those should be very eye-popping colors, and they're kind of saturated in this. So I'm hoping that's not in the movie. But I'm not a huge fan of romantic dramas. I'm a stereotypical male, I guess. Not something I would watch in a theater. But I can see why people that do like romance and dramas would like this movie. I can see why they would like that. But it's not my cup of tea personally. So nothing against the movie. I think it's well shot. I would like the colors to not be saturated, but I think they won't be in the film. Good framing. The characters look intriguing. So, as a romantic drama goes, I think it would be probably a good one. But you would have to let me know if you liked it or not. Okay. Amit. Let's see what you got for us. With subtitles.
Aliens, let's get this group back together.
Okay, Z Music? I don't think Z Music's on my blacklist. Nope. Okay, cool. Z Music. This has subtitles? Oh, maybe they're at top. I hope I picked the one that has subtitles. I just typed in and picked the first one. If not, I'll go back and watch the one with subtitles later. So I'm sorry if I got the wrong one, but we'll give it a try. Okay. This one came out June 29th, and it's Lapa Chapi. I know I probably slaughtered that. I'm sorry. Well, let's see.
एका छोट्याशा गावात
Oh, they're good.
एक मोठं झाड होतं. त्या झाडावर एक घरटं होतं. नमस्कार काका. असू दे. यांची काळजी मी घेईन. आणि यांची मी. घरट्यात कावळा आपल्या कुटुंबासोबत सुखानं नांदत होता. एक दिवस काय झालं?
I like the mother. She's a good actress.
कावळ्याने अंड दिलं की आणि गळून टाकलंच.
Jeez. Ooh, creepy. You're about to die. Calling out the husband. That's funny. Oop, creepy kids. So an evil spirit wants her baby. Creepy.
कावेरी आपल्या पोरासाठी ते गाणं म्हणायची. असे म्हणते ती.
Jump scare. There you go. Inspired by true events. So whenever they say inspired by true... Oh, what? Oh. Fire. Wasn't expecting that. Okay. So whenever they say inspired by true events, you don't really know how much, you know, liberties they're taking. I mean, technically, Psycho and Texas Chainsaw Massacre and Silence of the Lambs are all inspired by the same true event. So, don't know how much of the true event they're inspired by. I would be curious to know what they're inspired by. The tone of the music I like, how it switches to that ominous kind of you know, horror score. It's like a slow build. It's very great when you do jump scares, which they're gonna have. I mean, they had like 3 of them in the trailer. This kind of reminds me of Children of the Corn. But the visuals are creepy. Got a well. You got the kids that jump into it. Like that's a creepy scene. Of course, they're creepy kids. The witch that's singing over the radio, you give it that grain to it. It's always creepy when you have children singing, or you make it sound like an old radio or record player. If you have a vinyl record, those are always they're used common in horror films because of that grain. You know, that crackly sound you hear in there, and it doesn't quite sound clear. It's very grainy and like it's filmed through a filter. But I like the stuff the director's going with. Of course, this was... Boom! I knew that was coming. That's the thing, I knew all the jump scares were coming, so I would hope that that's a great shot. I like that shot. It does a great job of making your character feel isolated. So you're more invested in your main character and you're worried about her safety because you've seen this shot and you know there's nobody around. Like, if something happens, she's screwed. But it's a cool little, you know, brick house in the middle of nowhere. And you can't see anything. Of course, if you turn the camera around, you probably see the big city. But for the way they're setting this up, this establishment shot, not real life, this looks really good, and it sets a good tone for your character. It does a great job of making you worried about your main character in a very short amount of time by just giving you a landscape. But the music is creepy. The story where she's trying to protect her baby, I mean, that's emotionally charged. So it's a good setup for a movie. She's alone. You know, you just have a lot of creepy people around her. I don't know why she's there. I think her motivation for being there would be, I would want to know, because if it's very thin, then the rest of the movie kind of falls apart. But she looks freaked out with the kids, and a lot of awards. So, yeah, it looks like an interesting horror film. I would be curious to see where they go with that. Cool. Okay, one more, and then I'm going to get off, because I've been doing this for almost 2.5 hours. So, last one will be Harshith with... Six minus 5 equals 2. A Hindi trailer. But 6 minus 5 equals 1. That doesn't make any sense. Already. Oh, I don't have English subtitles. These are French. So I may need help with translation. Or I'll just find English subtitles later. All right. Six minus 5 equals 2. Official trailer for 2017. Ooh, that's a cool setup. Oh, is this a found footage movie? Yep. It's a found footage movie. Hopefully the camera doesn't move around too much. Because Blair Witch Project is unwatchable. The camera is moving so much. That's good. So they're watching to see if the pail gets knocked over if nobody touches it. That means there's a ghost. Sam Raimi.
मेरे पीछे कोई है. मेरे पीछे कोई खड़ा है. Sir, please switch on the lights.
It looks whoa, what is that? 6 minus 5 equals 2. So this is a found footage movie, but it looks like the camera, they're keeping it still for a lot of things, like these. Let's see, these setups like this, the camera is still, so at least you're not, like with Blair Witch Project, the camera was doing this the whole movie, and I was wanting to throw up. I was so motion sickness after watching that. But this looks like they're not doing that, which is good. So it would be more of a character piece about these 5 that are in the woods and how they all died. But I'm getting a lot of feels from Blair Witch Project and Sam Raimi. So this right here, this is Sam Raimi. That's a Sam Raimi Evil Dead 2 Army of Darkness kind of shot. This. That's Blair Witch Project. That is definitely Blair Witch Project. I mean, that's the ending. So, I mean, it looks like it's taking from a lot of different kinds of found footage or cult classic horror films. But at least they're keeping the camera still. So I am liking that. It could make for a more intriguing story. And if anything, the title makes it really curious. Like, 6 minus 5 equals 2. Like, why is that? I'm a math guy. I like math. So for me, it's like, that's not right. If anything, that bothers me. So I want to know what that means. Hopefully the movie will let us know what that means. Could it mean 6 people arrive, 5 of them die, but there's 2 left? Because of the evil one? Oh! That could be it. Anyway. Alright. Okay, guys. I think I'm done. My eyes are buggy. Shariah, yeah, I know you want me to do one more, but really I'm having a hard time even reading right now. It's been 2.5 hours of pretty much nonstop. So, I really had a lot of fun doing this, and I think I'm going to do it again. If you like it. If you like these live streams. I'm not a fake reactor, obviously, so I don't mind reacting to stuff that I don't know I'm going to react to. That makes it kind of interesting. Let me know what you guys thought, how I did reacting to your requests and just the video overall in general. Which trailer did I like the most? Let's see. Well, I think the previous horror film, Lapa Chapi, would probably have a more intriguing horror story than this 6 minus 5 equals 2. But I really liked the look of that Iravukku, Aayiram, Kangal. I think that's the one. I saw them like run right after another, so they're all kind of blurry right now. But I think that's the one that I really liked how it was shot, and that was really intriguing. One of them had some really great thematic music that intrigued me. So, yes. But thank you guys for joining me on this live stream, these live reactions. I had a lot of fun doing it. And I will be doing it again at some point if I get enough response and you guys enjoy it. But comment below. Let me know your thoughts on this. Like, share, subscribe. Tell your friends. And I will see you guys on the next video. I don't have my outro, so I'll just dance. Dun 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 dun. Bye. How do I end this thing?